Hello.
Close my door.
Why?
Close my door.
I don't know what she said to you.
You're not gonna say nothing because when the was mentioned and you're like, are you serious? You know I'm not doing that. I'm trying to stand with your ass once a get on that, and then you sitting here acting like a bitch. Are you kidding me? How much do you think I can take?
Okay, so you...
Okay.
The lights were bright, the cameras were rolling, and the world was watching. On this particular night, fans were gearing up for another dramatic moment from *Love and Hip Hop *. But what no one could have expected was the bombshell that was about to drop. Kirk Frost, the man who had already caused his fair share of controversy over the years, was now refusing to apologize to Rasheeda. This wasn't just a minor disagreement or an offhand comment. This was a full-on defiant stance, one that would leave fans speechless and questioning everything they thought they knew about this couple. The tension in the room was palpable, and viewers could feel the weight of the moment. What had pushed Kirk to take such a defiant stand? Why wouldn't he apologize, especially after everything that had happened? And how would Rasheeda, the woman who had supported him through countless controversies, respond to this latest slap in the face? The fallout from this moment would reverberate through their marriage, their public image, and the entire *Love and Hip Hop cast. It was clear that this was no ordinary drama. This was a turning point. The moment Kirk refused to apologize became public in the most intense way possible. It wasn't just a casual disagreement, it was an explosive confrontation that unfolded on camera. Whether it happened during a live taping, a heated argument behind the scenes, or a social media post that caught fire, the refusal to apologize was a slap in the face to Rasheeda. The words came out of his mouth in a way that left no room for misinterpretation. He wasn't going to apologize, not now, not ever. The audience could hardly believe what they were hearing. Rasheeda, the woman who had been by his side through thick and thin, the woman who had endured so many public humiliations because of Kirk's actions, was now being told that he wasn't sorry for the pain he had caused. The room went silent. Cast members exchanged looks, unsure of how to react. Some fans were holding their breath, waiting for Rasheeda's next move. How would she respond to this challenge? Would she walk away, or would she give him the space to justify his actions? The moment was heady, and the tension in the air was so thick you could cut it with a knife. What was the reason for Kirk's refusal to apologize? Fans were desperate to understand why he was taking such a bold stance. The speculation started almost immediately. Had Kirk truly become so prideful and stubborn that he refused to admit his faults, even when they were staring him in the face? Was he protecting his ego, or was there something deeper at play? In interviews and public statements, Kirk stuck to his guns. He wasn't at fault, he insisted. Whatever the issue was, whether it was infidelity, a scandalous comment, or a betrayal, Kirk made it clear that he wasn't going to apologize. He seemed almost unbothered by the idea that his refusal could cause further damage to his already strained marriage. Was this an act of sheer defiance, or was it a desperate attempt to stand firm in the face of mounting criticism? Maybe, just maybe, this was Kirk's way of saying he was tired of being the one who always had to back down. Perhaps he was frustrated, feeling as though Rasheeda always held the power in their relationship, and now he was taking control. Whatever the reason, it was clear that Kirk's refusal was not just about the situation at hand, it was about something much bigger. His relationship with Rasheeda, his pride, and his refusal to be seen as the one always in the wrong. As the news of Kirk's defiance spread, fans couldn't help but wonder how Rasheeda would handle this latest blow. For years, Rasheeda had been known for her calm demeanor, her ability to endure the chaos surrounding her marriage, and her unshakable loyalty to Kirk. But would she continue to put up with his behavior, or was this the final straw? The moment Kirk refused to apologize, Rasheeda's reaction was immediate, but it wasn't what anyone expected. Some people thought she would explode in anger, confronting Kirk publicly and laying into him for his disrespect. Others thought she might break down, overwhelmed by the weight of it all. But instead, Rasheeda's response was a mix of calm restraint and quiet frustration. She didn't make a scene. She didn't lash out. Instead, she stood her ground, choosing her words carefully. It was clear that Rasheeda wasn't going to back down, but she wasn't going to give Kirk the satisfaction of seeing her lose control. The way she handled the situation was a reflection of her strength and determination, but also her vulnerability. This wasn't the first time Kirk had disappointed her, but this time it felt different. This time, there was no easy fix. She wasn't just angry at him, she was hurt, and that hurt was deeper than anyone could have imagined. As Rasheeda processed the situation, fans were glued to their screens, waiting to see how she would react. Would she demand that Kirk apologize, or would she quietly distance herself from him? Would this moment signal the end of their marriage, or was it just another chapter in a long saga of ups and downs? Fans took to social media to share their opinions, flooding Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook with their thoughts on the matter. The debate quickly escalated. Some fans took Rasheeda's side, saying that Kirk's refusal to apologize was just another example of his arrogance and disrespect. They couldn't believe he would continue to put his ego above his marriage. Others, however, felt that Kirk was simply being stubborn, and that his refusal wasn't as big of a deal as people were making it out to be. There were even some fans who defended Kirk, saying that maybe he was tired of always being the one who had to apologize and take the blame. But the majority of fans were on Rasheeda's side, with many expressing sympathy for the pain she must have been feeling. As the drama unfolded, it was clear that Kirk's refusal had deeper implications for his marriage to Rasheeda. This wasn't just a momentary disagreement. It was a reflection of larger, underlying issues. The refusal to apologize wasn't just about this particular situation. It was about years of unresolved tension, misunderstandings, and betrayals. Kirk's actions suggested that there were deeper problems in their relationship that couldn't be ignored any longer. Rasheeda, for her part, had to decide whether she was willing to continue putting up with Kirk's behavior. Was this the breaking point, or could they work through yet another crisis? Fans couldn't help but speculate on what would happen next. Would Rasheeda choose to stay in the marriage, hoping that Kirk would eventually come around? Or was this the final straw, leading to separation and a whole new chapter for Rasheeda? The Asterisk Love and Hip Hop Asterisk cast, always at the center of drama, couldn't ignore the growing tension between Kirk and Rasheeda. As their personal issues spilled into the public eye, the dynamics within the group started to shift. Some cast members rallied behind Rasheeda, offering words of support and encouragement, while others remained neutral, trying to avoid getting caught up in the drama. The lines between friendships and alliances began to blur. There were whispers about how the cast felt behind the scenes. Some were genuinely surprised by Kirk's refusal to apologize, while others, familiar with his past behavior, weren't shocked at all. Kirk's history of controversy had already established him as a polarizing figure, and his defiance seemed to only reinforce his tough guy persona. Meanwhile, for Rasheeda, the situation was becoming more complicated, as her personal life was now front and center on the show. Given Kirk's history, it was clear that his refusal to apologize wasn't surprising to many of the cast members. His past actions, filled with scandals and controversies, had already shaped the way people viewed him. His defiant stance on the issue only seemed to further cement his reputation as someone who was unlikely to back down from a confrontation. On the other hand, Rasheeda's response to the situation was under intense scrutiny. Would she continue to tolerate Kirk's behavior, or would she finally take a stand? This moment had the potential to change how fans viewed her. Would she be seen as a strong, independent woman who was taking charge of her own narrative? Or would she be viewed as someone still holding on to a fractured relationship, hoping for a change that might never come? The unfolding drama also had far-reaching consequences beyond just the couple's personal lives. The tension between Kirk and Rasheeda could eventually affect their business ventures, which were a significant part of their public image. Fans and industry insiders alike were watching to see if this would spill over into their joint ventures or if they could salvage their professional reputations despite the personal turmoil. If the conflict escalated further, it could tarnish Kirk's reputation even more, possibly alienating fans who had once supported him. For Rasheeda, how she responded could either reinforce her image as a resilient woman or highlight her struggles in a relationship that might be irreparably broken. As the drama continued to unfold, it was clear that the tension between Kirk and Rasheeda was becoming more than just a personal issue. It was a storyline that had the potential to change the entire dynamic of Asterisk Love and Hip Hop Asterisk. Fans who had been following the show for years were captivated by the ever-evolving soap opera, and this new layer of conflict was keeping them glued to their screens. The fallout from this drama could affect not only the couple's relationship, but also their standing within the Asterisk Love and Hip Hop Asterisk universe. With alliances shifting and new feuds brewing, it was clear that this moment of tension would have long-lasting effects on the show and its cast. So, what's next for Kirk and Rasheeda? Will Kirk eventually apologize, or will he continue to stand firm? What does this mean for their future on *Love and Hip Hop *? Could this incident lead to even more shocking revelations about their relationship, further exposing the cracks that had been there all along? The possibilities are endless, and fans are left on the edge of their seats, waiting to see what happens next. One thing is for sure, when it comes to Kirk and Rasheeda, the drama is far from over. So, what do you think? Is Kirk justified in his refusal to apologize, or is he in the wrong? Let us know in the comments below. Hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe for all the latest updates. Trust me, if this moment is any indication, the drama is only just getting started.